Hello star seekers. This is Jeannie from Horoscope Forecasts 369. Whether you're an Aries or a Pisces, we're here to guide you. Let's cut through the cosmic noise and dive into today's horoscope predictions. Wednesday, July 12, 2023. The astrology of today, all signs. The Sun square to Tyran this morning can pull up insecurities and areas of vulnerability, possibly disruptively. We could too easily follow others' leads because of self-doubt, to please them, or out of fear of asserting our desires. Alternatively, we might go to great lengths to prove ourselves or assert our individuality when a better approach would be recognizing our feelings of vulnerability that people or circumstances are stirring. Today's moon in Taurus is harmony-oriented, comfortable, and stubborn. While we're not inclined to go out of our way, preferring to settle in, we enjoy some light interaction. Today's Aries horoscope. You're settling in today with the moon in your resources sector today, dear Aries. You may wrestle with insecurities or wonder whether to go your own way versus maintaining the status quo in the first half of the day. Try to avoid taking on too many problems that are not your own if you find people around you are a little cranky. You'll quickly recognize the need for a mission today, even if it's modest. Breaking out into a new path of self-expression will come across as insincere or rebellious if you're not entirely behind it. If you need more time to truly own it, take that time. You might feel a little discouraged, not knowing where to begin, but as the day advances, things seem to fall into place. You want to keep things comfortable and straightforward. Today's Taurus horoscope. The moon spends the day in your sign, dear Taurus, highlighting both your sensitivity and courage. However, in the first half of the day, you may be dealing with some guilt about things you aren't accomplishing. A Sun-Chiron square suggests you may feel overlooked or otherwise in the background. Insecurities can be a problem, but learning from them is also possible and entirely worthwhile. It doesn't feel straightforward to make big decisions under this influence, and it may be that someone needs to clear the air. As the day advances, something novel can liven up your life. It's natural to feel a little more energetic and spontaneous. Emotions are immediate and at the surface, but you are setting the pace now, and it can feel good to be in control and on top of things. Today's Gemini horoscope. You're in good shape for activities that renew or refresh yourself today, dear Gemini. A feeling can surprise you, or your problem-solving instincts may be radical today. There can be some feeling of lack of loyalty and general distrust around you in the first half of the day, however, making it a less than ideal time for pushing your agenda or trying to repair relationships. A Sun-Chiron square can trigger insecurities about a friend, group, or finances. Watch that you don't go along with others' plans just for the sake of keeping the peace, all the while ignoring your inner voice. Keep an open mind and aim to learn about yourself if something touches a nerve or if an emotional wound reopens. Later today runs more smoothly. It's an excellent time, in fact, for taking a break or getting extra time for rest. Today's Cancer horoscope. The demands of career, family, parents, or other responsibilities have a way of making themselves known in the first half of the day, dear Cancer. While you can be very sensitive to expectations and limitations, you may lack the confidence to do something about it just for now. You don't have to toe the line completely, as that will lead to inner frustration, but you might decide to wait things out until you have a plan that you can truly call your own. If someone or something hits a nerve, then you know that a part of you feels there's room for improvement. However, instead of concentrating on what others think, consider ways to improve yourself for you rather than for anyone else. While it may not be the best time for big decisions, you're in good shape for making valuable connections and learning from vulnerability. Today's Leo horoscope. With the moon in your solar 10th house all day, dear Leo, having a mission or goal, even if it's a simple one, will boost your mood. But a Sun-Chiron square influencing the first half of the day can point to minor disappointments or unresolved problems from the past emerging for your attention. You could struggle with faith in a belief, idea, direction, or relationship, for instance. Some analysis can be helpful, but only to a certain extent, after which it's overthinking. Try not to take others' views too personally and resolve to learn from anything that seems to trigger feelings of vulnerability. Now it can be highly instructional and rewarding. While this transit can turn your focus to disappointments, things even out as the day advances. You might crave novelty, independence, and creative room, making it necessary not to weigh yourself down with too many demanding pursuits. The connections you make while pursuing your goals can be inspiring and original. Today's Virgo horoscope. You can be restless to learn something new or to do something different today, dear Virgo. It's a good time to identify problems and visualize life as it would be after putting these things behind you. In this way, you can get closer to solutions and resolutions. Even so, in the first half of the day, self-doubts might undermine your decisions and interactions, particularly if you work on autopilot. Still, a temporary lack of confidence might help you out. For example, you can use the time wisely to get in better touch with yourself and your needs. You're possibly confused about feelings in a relationship or with support, financial or otherwise. Boundaries may be crossed, and knowing how, when, and if to make them explicit could be challenging. You might hold off on making a bold move until you're sure that your plan is something you can truly put your name on. As the day advances, transits encourage you to broaden your horizons or seek out a change of pace, which can do wonders for your mood and general outlook. Today's Libra horoscope. The moon transits your intimacy sector, stirring up deeper feelings and a desire to learn more about your needs, dear Libra. In the first part of the day, you might face some insecurities related to your performance, meeting responsibilities, or close relationships due to a Sun-Chiron square. Avoid trying too hard to please people, and aim to serve yourself by meeting others halfway, as this protects you from built-up resentment. It can be an excellent time to identify weaknesses or vulnerabilities needing attention. You might discover that you need to assert yourself more effectively with a partner. Fortunately, as the day advances, you feel clearer and steadier. It's also an important time for looking around you for others' talents, input, or resources that can help further your plans. Today's Scorpio horoscope. You're far more aware of your relationships and need for companionship today than usual, dear Scorpio. In the first part of the day, it may be all too easy for others to touch upon your sore spots, however. Ideally, this leads to taking necessary actions to firm up a vulnerable area of your life. With a Sun-Chiron square, there is some tendency to please and appease people instead of standing up for ourselves today. Aim to stay moderate with this, as you may not get the desired response. You might also feel a pinch on a financial level, but any of these things or your mood could push you out of complacency and into action. As the day advances, it's easier to move on. You seek a different perspective or some balance in your life. It's a good time to endear yourself to others and to gain some cooperation. Today's Sagittarius horoscope. Minor discomfort may be necessary for you to get over a hump in the first half of the day, dear Sagittarius. The sun in your intimacy sector clashes with Chiron, and the temptation is to go along with whatever we feel makes others happy or appeases them, but this can only lead to problems down the road. Emotional attachments can be confusing temporarily. Insecurities can surface, but you feel stronger as the day progresses. In fact, doubts could even motivate you to take action, resolve problems, and get yourself out of a funk. You might end up identifying dead-end roads in your life, and being honest with yourself can be rewarding. You can be highly motivated to write, create, or work on a pet project. Today's Capricorn horoscope. Today's moon encourages creating and enjoying favorite pastimes, dear Capricorn. In the first half of the day, problems in the home or with family can be more pronounced with the sun square Chiron. These issues are best sorted out openly and honestly. The temptation may be to use a band-aid approach, but it's best to look deeper and work on the root of issues. A partner may be pushing your buttons. Identify your limits concerning when you feel put upon so that you can end it before they're exceeded. Getting over a soft spot can be rewarding. Uncertainty about your feelings can make you a little vulnerable, and it's best to resolve to make changes and grow with and through them. As the day advances, you can feel particularly supported, expressive, and outgoing. Today's Aquarius horoscope. Today's moon stirs your needs for familiarity and comfort, dear Aquarius. With a Sun-Tyran square in play in the first half of the day, it's best to watch for appeasing someone to keep the peace, as it can very well backfire on you. This transit can lead to hypersensitivity, and there may be some shoddy timing with conversations or scheduling matters. It's better to be politely honest instead of taking the roundabout or avoidant route. However, it may be for the best if you can put off formal discussions, interviews, or presentations. Insecurities tend to emerge in social situations. Ideally, you'll find beauty in imperfections on a second look. As the day advances, the tried and true benefits you. Recognizing your need for refreshment comes naturally. Today's Pisces horoscope. The moon spends time in your communication sector today, dear Pisces, and you're looking to feed your curiosity. It's a day for honoring your need for more variety and stimulation, but it's best not to go so far with it that you feel ungrounded. The sun forms a square to Tyran, pulling up insecurities and soft spots in the first part of the day. Indeed, sensitivity now can interfere with healthy, growth-oriented interactions, but exploring why can be helpful. Mixed signals with friends and lovers are possible. You may be entertaining the idea of taking a risk, but part of you would rather not rock the boat. It may be that your inner voice is telling you that it's not quite the right time to push forward. Take more time to consider details and only take the leap when true confidence returns. Aim to learn about vulnerable areas that seem to be easily triggered today. As the day advances, it's easier to unwind and enjoy yourself. The focus is on sharing and interacting. As we wrap up, I'm Jeannie thanking you for tuning in to Horoscope Forecasts 369. Remember, these are guides, but your will shapes your destiny. Like, share, subscribe for more astro insights, and let the stars guide you until we meet again. Take care.